In 2009, my family and I went to Hawaii for winter break to visit family over Christmas, and it was surely a trip that we would all remember. This is a picture of me and two of my three brothers, Lee and Brett. This is once we got off the plane ride from California and once we arrived in Hawaii. This is where we stayed once we were in Hawaii. Our whole extended family made the trip out, and we had 4 condos full of family members that were all right next to each other. Quite often, we would spend our time outside playing cards in the beautiful Hawaii weather. However, when we weren't at our condos, we stayed at our Uncle Kim's place, who lives in Kula. Kula is located in Maui. It goes without saying that there's a lot of stuff to do in Hawaii, and one of those fun things was when we were able to go whale watching. When we were whale watching, we were able to see 3 full breaches, which is quite rare. My brother was lucky enough to catch a photo of a whale doing a full breach. When we weren't out watching whales, we were usually spending time in the water, and that includes surfing. We spent one day learning how to surf. Myself, my aunt, my cousin, and all 3 of my brothers all went out surfing, and it was the experience of a lifetime. In fact, prior to hitting the waves, we had all took bets on who would be the first one up, and surprisingly, my Aunt Carrie was the first one to make it up, and she was quite good at surfing. In Hawaii, my family got really into beach volleyball, and needless to say, Hawaii hosted some hostile games. Lucky for us, McKenna Beach was right next to where we were staying. McKenna Beach is one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen in my entire life, and it is home to some great swimming areas. We would often spend whole days at the beach, which would include packing our lunches prior to going to the beach, and have picnics there. All of my little cousins found McKenna Beach to be a lot of fun too. This is because the waves were so big that they could play in them for hours and not get bored. Even my parents found fun in the waves, as you can see them here boogie boarding. In my opinion, the best day of the trip was the day that my brothers and I went exploring beautiful McKenna Beach. At McKenna, there are a large range of rocks and mountain-like areas that are free to explore. We set out with one goal, to go cliff diving, and this is something that we wanted to do before our trip to Hawaii. It is safe to say that my family and I had a great time in Hawaii. It was definitely a trip that brought us all closer together. We have plenty of memories that we can talk about regarding our wonderful trip, and it was perhaps one of the greatest experiences of my life.